Welcome to Drumard Farm episode 4 with me, Mr. Silly P. I am ploughing out field 7 and 8. Field 8 sticks out, or stuck out, a little bit further than field 7 did. So I've kind of run a strip up the side as well, trying to make it roughly the same size. It's not the straightest of lines, but like I said the other day, there aren't many fields which are perfectly straight. Just got to make sure I get this done before he reaches me, which I should do. The baling is continuing, the grass cutting and baling is continuing. It's just taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, so I've taken a breather from that for the moment. And I also realise I've kind of gone back on what I said I was going to do by doing the bales by hand, and I will do when it's on a smaller scale. I think the amount of silage bales I want to do to make a bit of money, it would take me probably about 4 episodes to cut the grass, bale them, silage wrap them, stack them, move them, sell them. It would be, yeah, would be a long way into the Let's Play before I actually got anything done. So of course the other option was to do it off screen, but then where's the fun in that? That's a bit better. So nice couple of fields here, fair size. There's a couple of grass ones we own that I think I might have a bit of a go as well, and that small field 30 something I think it was up behind Drumard Farm, up by the sheep, it's like a sheep pen really, sheep enclosure, sheep field. That one I might plough up and make it a bit bigger as well, so lots of ploughing to be done. And then obviously lots of seeding to follow. Ploughs away, JCB's back out. This time I've got the braid out. F2WS 4000 fertilizer spreader. I'm going to get some fertilizer on these. Where is he? Cultivator's just over the brow of the hill. Is carrying on with the combined field. That's now ploughed, ready to go, and then once this is fertilised and the other one's fertilised, I can then get some seed in the ground. Back over to the grass cutting and baling now, I think. So as I said at the end of the last episode, I have a few ideas for what I need to do next with balers, etc., because I think I may have made a huge mistake with the baler that I chose initially. I bought the KUHN because I wanted to do something a bit different. The problem being that now I've bought the Lizard Quadro Pack V. It doesn't kind of fit right. I need to put that on the back of the Baler pack, which I didn't have, well, I didn't buy. So for this operation to run a lot more smoothly, I need to do that. The other thing I thought as well, if I'm going to do silage bales to make money, I need that Baler wrapper. That's 135,000. So these are kind of my options that I've been toying with since the last episode. I've got this, the KUHN, but I bought the Quadro. The Quadro only works with these balers, so I need to sell the KUHN, buy one of these. That way I can bale and stack in one go, so it takes one of the processes out. And if I'm going to do silage bales, I bought the wrapper, which I'm about to use now for square bales, But what I'm thinking is getting that. So for doing silage bales, that's one process. I can mow, bale and wrap all in one hit. Again, saves me having to do two separate processes. So it's a thought process that I kind of went through and realised very, very quickly as I started doing this that I'm doing 3 or 4 different processes when I could have just done one. But that said, I've got this at the moment. I've got a whole load of square bales that I need to bale. My other option was to leave these as grass bales and have them for the farm, but I'm going to do silage bales to get myself going. So that's what I'm going to do first. And this is a brilliant bit of machinery, I really do like it. So I'll go line up next to the next one. And the sound effects are awesome. I've said it before, but you know. Plus it also means if I'm going to do silage bales using a round baler, I can use the round auto stack and I'll save using the bale fork with claws for doing, like I said, just doing stuff on for me, for my farm, if that makes sense. I know making silage bales will benefit the farm, but I mean more specifically for things I want to do myself rather than to sell. It'll make sense as I move on. So what I might do is lease the auto stack and then carry on from there. So what I'm going to do is continue on across this field. I think I had 21 bales it worked out at the end. That hasn't worked so well. Well, okay, I still did it. I came onto that one terribly. Really, really bad. Right, let's line up a bit better on the next one. The ploughing and fertiliser spraying on field 7-8 that it's now combined is done, so that's all good. So there will be some seeding needing to be done at some point. So after me giving back that money in the last episode, the loan that I extended and then gave back because I didn't need it, I probably am going to need it. But as soon as I make enough money on silage bales, or I finish collecting the gold nuggets, I will pay off the loan. And I know I've said that before, but I really will. I really, really promise this time. Now, as far as I can make out, that's the last bale. So, fold it up. That's going to go back to the store. The baler's already there. So I'm going to just park this up in the sale point to start off with. First thing I'm going to do before I do anything is I'm going to lease the auto stack, get all those square bales off that field, see what I make on selling those, then sell this, sell the baler, buy the new square baler, and then if I've got enough, depending what I've got, I may extend the loan enough so that I can get the baler wrapper. It's very complicated, I'll process this. So what I need to do then is jump out into the store under Baling technology. I need the That's it. Now KUHN auto stack lease 5,600. Good grief. I'm not going to make. Oh well, it's a learning process. Never mind. One of those things, you live and learn. The only downside to this yard is the bigger equipment. It's hard to get hooked up because of the angle. It's going to be interesting. Oh. How am I supposed to hook up to that? Right. Close your eyes. No one needs to see this. At the end of the day, it's only leased. It's their fault. If they're going to put it in a silly place, what do they expect is going to happen? Right, actually, what I'm going to do, drop this mower off for a minute, actually. That's better. Right. Swing that round. And head back into the field. And so begins the collection of bales. So the thought process being that once I've got the baler wrapper and then the square baler, if I do straw bales, grass bales or hay bales, they'll all be square bales using that setup. If I do silage bales, they'll be round ones. So a bit of a mixture. Does just give me options to do silage bales quicker if I need to make some money. Well, it's not a quick option in all honesty, but it's just give it a nudge. Perfect. It is an option anyway. And one more and we will have a full load. Right, operating position. Now, take this to sell. The sell point's outside. That's handy. So I can unload the stack into the sell point just outside. That's the theory. So let's unload this and see what we get. Back that right up. What was I on? 15. So what's that? 30,000 for a trailer. It's not bad. So it's not bad. It's actually pretty good in all honesty. It's not to be sniffed at. Should be 5 left, I think. When you take off the 5,000 and something it took me to hire the trailer. Was it worth it? On a larger scale, doing enough of these, yeah. 1,746 per bale. I just think the way I was going about doing it was all wrong. Right, that's all those. It's really I'm having a nightmare today. I can't seem to drive. Let's try that again. Nope. Okay, that's better. Yeah, you know, it's frustrating. You know when you have an idea and you think, yeah, that'll work, and it doesn't really work how you hoped it was going to. Yeah, that was this. Hasn't really worked how I thought. I'll have to come at this another way to avoid that pickup, I think. Right, let's get his last 5 off. Okay, right. I'm going to take this back to the store and I'm going to leave it parked up because I've paid for the lease, which means I've got it till at least midnight before I get charged again. Because if I do decide to start doing bales for the farm, for feed and that kind of thing, it might actually come in quite useful. I've leased it, it cost me enough money, so I'll put it to one side because I'm sure it will get used again. This way out, I'm going to go this way. Avoid that pickup and try and avoid crashing into anything else, which I seem to be doing a lot of today. I don't know why. Okay, I think I've got about 3 eggs in my backpack. No point stopping off to get rid of those just yet. So let's head in here. So I'll just stick this out the back. If it gets to almost midnight and I haven't used it, I can always give it back. There we go. Okay. Let's grab the other baler. I'm definitely going to need to get some more on the loan. Right, let's sell that one. 48. Okay. 91. What have I got? 195,000. Okay. That's not going to be enough. I'm going to have to take some more out. Okay, so I need one of these. The question is, what do I go with? I've got a Fendt tractor at the moment, so I'll go with the Fendt. Standard attached trailer, yes, we need 78,250. Great. Okay, so there we go. We've got the new Fendt 12130N single axle square baler with the attacher, which means our Quadro, which is now going to look absolutely disgusting on this. I've just realised, because the Quadro, I got it in that real mushy pea green. Yeah, nice combination. That's going to look fantastic going down the road. But that will go with the Fendt, which leaves me with 117, which isn't enough. So, okay. I'm going to borrow enough to do what I need to do and have a bit of a buffer. So, what are we at? Oh, there you go. What's it say there up the top there? Sold bales, 37,044. So we made 37,000 on the bales. Okay, that's alright. So don't know how much I've got. Oh, there we go. 172. What do I need? 135. Oh dear. Okay, right. 192,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the Baler wrapper, and I'm going to get foil colour this time. I'm going to go with, I'm going to stick with black. I prefer black bales. I'm going to go with that. So black bales, which I'm back to having about 50,000. So yeah, 135,000. Okay, so my loan is a lot bigger now, so I will need to pay that off. But there we go. 2 new bits of equipment. That one I don't need just yet. This one I'm going to use straight away, and I'm going to do a load more silage bales. You don't need to see that. You might see the end result, but you don't need to see me doing more bales. Or I don't know, you might want to see that bit of equipment used. If you haven't seen, again, back to the KUHN pack. If you didn't see the KUHN pack, DLC, whatever you want to call it, the videos I did, the FBP3135 IntelliWrap round baler and wrapper all in one. It's a nice bit of kit actually. So there, I'm going through the whole KUHN range of balers in this Let's Play, but I'm going to move that one out of the way first, and then we'll crack on. The mower's still there. This is kind of the old Fendt colour with the new Fendt colour, and on the back it's going to be the pea green Quadro. It's going to look absolutely hideous, but never mind. Right, let's park that. And hook that up. So I can get an angle on this. Hook that up. Now this was the one that, when I did the review, all the others got a nice fluid motion, but when you watch the pickup on this one, it's like wham, wham. Turn off. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there's no slow motion, move it from one place to another. Wallop, wallop. Interesting. Okay. Off to find another field to get some silage bales out of. that's a big field. Also not mine. Let's see, shall we? A bit further to go with the bales with this one, but there are these little gaps in the fence line where you've got sort of thin bushes where you can kind of sneak through. Now, I'm going to get the angle right on this without crashing this time. Ah, excellent. So if you haven't seen this thing in operation, let's open up the mower, drop it down, come to the back, let's turn it on, drop that down. So like the round balers normally, once it's full, it sends the, whoa, that's bumpy, it sends the bale out the back to be wrapped, which means you can carry on, which is quite handy. So you can carry on and turn around. Yeah, I've missed a load. Oh, that's annoying. Where's that? Yeah, you can carry on baling, which is quite handy. So we can collect all that. Got some of it, but not all of it. Yeah, for some reason the actual pickup on this one is a little bit narrow. It's you have to be incredibly careful. Right, let's drop that back down again. So we will see in a moment, hopefully. When we get to 4,000, the bale will pop out the back, start to wrap, which means you can carry on going because it will start doing the next bale. When that's finished wrapping, you drop it off the back, and so on and so forth, and the bales pop out. Like, how are we going? Like so, any second now. Out comes the first one, and that will start to wrap automatically, and I can carry on going. He says, nope, I should have paused, as I've just missed a load. So I'll take that back. Thought you could carry on. I think it has to start wrapping first. That might be what you have to do. Frustrating, right, that's now wrapped. So I can carry on and then just drop this whenever I want to, as long as it's before I get to 4,000 on the next one, because it wants to eject that one. That's interesting actually. I don't know, if I get to the next one, will it automatically unload if it wants to eject the next bale, or will it just stop? I have never tried. Let's see what happens. I'm just curious now, in all honesty, what will happen. Whether it will automatically eject it, or whether I will still have to do it. Never tried that before. It'll probably just stop, I'd imagine. Yeah. Okay, so I have to unload that one. Next one will automatically come out. Don't trouble with the round bales, they do have a tendency to roll. And now I can carry on again. Okay. So it doesn't do it automatically. We've learnt something else. But as you can see, whereas before I was mowing, baling, and then having to go around with the bale wrapper, I can do this whole process in one hit. Now all I've got to do once I've done this is then just grab a trailer to collect them. So it is a quicker process, in theory. So I will continue on my merry way, making as many bales as I can out of this field, which the farmer has very graciously allowed me to use, on the condition that when I've got enough money I'll buy the field off of him, which I think is very kind of him. Whilst being a colossal fib, but you know, it's all part of the narrative, isn't it? So, like I said, I shall continue. Rather bumpy field. It has been a silage Bailey kind of episode, whether it's been square or round silage bales. I am over here on field. There's the number, is there? Or I'm probably right in the middle of the number. That's what I generally do. Cover the number up and then I can't tell what the field number is. Doesn't seem tough one, does it? Anyway, I'm over on a field. I think I did about 40 bales in this this episode. The round ones on here, and I did about 8 over there, which I collected already. I'm going to get the rest of these off the field and sell them. I'm looking towards getting some sheep, getting some seeds in the ground on 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, which is over there. And the silage fermenting over at Drumard farm should be ready at some point. Sheep and various different things I'm going to keep plugging away. But that is the end of another episode, which are flying by rapidly. If you've enjoyed the episode, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share the video, please be my guest. New on my YouTube channel, if you should feel like making a donation, whether it be a one-off or a regular payment, again, feel free, whiz over, have a look. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.